race in this year's Formula One World Championship. 2010 saw 4 drivers in contention for the title coming into this race, with Sebastian Vettel prevailing to become the youngest world champion to date. Is the one last sting in the tail awaiting us today? It's time to find out in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The drivers will be racing here at Yas Marina Circuit through 21 corners and a lap distance of around 3.4 miles. There are a few opportunities to pass, with long straights and DRS zones in 2 places, turns 8 and 11. Plenty of close racing then, plenty of speed and plenty of drama to be found in the laps ahead. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. It's Sergio Perez on pole today, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Alexander, Verstappen, Gasly, Russell, Norris, Tsunoda, Sainz, Leclerc, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Liam Lawson, Bottas, Albon, Oscar Piastri, Ocon, Stroll, Sargent and Nick de Vries. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. Joining me for the Grand Prix once again is Anthony Davidson. Joined once again by former Formula One driver Anthony Davidson. And they've had a lot of on-track incidents recently. That could leave them low on confidence.
Certainly confidence is an important factor. And every time you're involved in an incident, it's not just the car you damage, but that confidence as well. But all the top racing drivers are able to tune that out when the race gets underway and focus on the job at hand.
If you go away from this weekend having not given it everything, you're going to be devastated and disappointed for months. So let's get out there and give it a really strong finish and leave it all out on the track.
All right, welcome back to the real season finale. I started the stream and my mic was muted the entire time after I went over the all the driver moves, the qualifying recap, next season, tire strategy, the entire shebang. So, yeah, kind of a donut move on my part there. So, waited like literally 16 races to make that mistake too. So go figure. But anyways, so quick recap then, while you guys can actually hear me this time. There's been some driver moves before the last race here. Usually that doesn't happen until after the season's over with. But it was a bug apparently that Codemasters has fixed. However, it does not apply to current saved games, or at least it doesn't apply to current contracts in your game save. So what that means, it shouldn't happen next season, is from my understanding of it anyway. Like, it shouldn't be a thing. Like, it should do contracts after the final race next season. Because I don't want to just delete this save and start over. I mean, I could if I had to, but yeah. So hopefully that's not the case. So new saves or new contracts, that the issue has been fixed. But obviously, it can potentially be game breaking, because you don't want to see, like, you know, a title fight and then the drivers move teams before the last race of the season. That makes no sense, right? So, but luckily, that's not going to. The driver moves that did take place did not affect, or will not affect, the standings this year as far as who wins, because Max already won the title, and Red Bull hasn't changed anything. You know, their drivers are the same. As far as the Constructors' Championship, though, that has to be won today, or can be won today anyway. It has not been decided previously yet, because we have a shot to steal it from Red Bull, but it's a long shot at best. I think we're like 40-some points behind, so we would have to, like, basically finish 1-2, me and Charles, and Red Bull would have to basically DNF for us to, like, have any sort of chance to win the Constructors' Championship. So probably not going to happen. But still, like, yeah, it would really suck if any of our teams, the 2 teams, moved drivers and, you know, without that title being wrapped up yet. So that would, you know, not be cool. So, as far as the driver changes, there's been a few. Fernando Alonso has retired from Formula One, so he will not be racing next season again. like his second time, so I guess he didn't want to race in the last race again. He already does donuts here at Abu Dhabi. First time he retired, so I guess he's not going to be. He didn't want to do that again. So so he's going to be gone from that. These open seat at Aston Martin, and Lando Norris is moving from McLaren to Aston Martin to replace Fernando Alonso going forward. So kind of a shocking move there. And then his teammate, it will not be Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll finally got his ass fired from Aston Martin. He will no longer be racing there, and Aston Martin has picked up promising Red Bull Academy driver Liam Lawson. So interesting move there by Aston Martin. So they have Lando and Liam Lawson for next season and this race. And then let's see what else. Who changed? Oh yeah, AlphaTauri has changed. Yuki, I believe, moved to Haas. And so at AlphaTauri, there's going to be and Nick De Vries also moved. So 2 new drivers at AlphaTauri. Lance Stroll is at AlphaTauri. He got demoted big time. Who else went there? I can't remember who else went there. I don't know. But McLaren has an open seat since Lando Norris moved to Aston Martin. And Kevin Magnussen filled that seat at McLaren. So he will be returning to McLaren. I know I think he replaced Lewis Hamilton when Lewis went from McLaren to Mercedes in 2013. So I think Kevin Magnussen used to drive, or at least started his career out in McLaren too, I believe, or moved there. So he will be returning to McLaren for next season. And so yeah, Yuki went to Haas. Williams picked up De Vries from AlphaTauri. So yeah, so we have some new drivers, or some changes there for next season to look forward to. But yeah, as far as the championship, it's like I said, it's already in the bag by Red Bull. They're gonna probably make the sweep there with Max winning the drivers and taking the constructors. Qualifying recap: CM in P3. Should have had pole. I mean, straight up, like, just be honest with you, I should have had pole. I was light years faster than anyone else in Sector 3, all of qualifying. I was like top the timesheets in Q1 and Q2, like almost a second faster than anyone else in Sector 3 alone. And then, of course, in Q3, it started to rain on my lap, my qualifying lap there, the first one there in qualifying, and right in the middle of my lap too in Sector 2. And of course, by the time I got to Sector 3, track was wet, and all the advantage I had in Sector 3 disappeared because of the rain. So I missed out on pole by like 0.5 of a second. So it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. That's racing. That happens. So yeah, but I feel pretty confident about today's race. I think we can have a good result here. Hopefully go for the win. So as far as tire strategy goes, I touched on this a little bit while I was muted in the last stream, or the first stream. So we're gonna lower the fuel load a little bit there. And then I was trying to decide if I wanted to do soft to medium or medium to hard. And I was kind of torn between them because I prefer a softer tire. Like I don't like the hard tire, but I feel like for the tire deg this race, I feel like the smarter option is to go medium hard. So we're gonna try that, and we're gonna see how it goes. So that's what we're gonna do. So with that said, I'm gonna shut up now, finally, and start the race. All right, we're starting behind Lewis, and Checo got the pole. We got Max behind us too. So yeah, Red Bull, if they finish where they start, they will easily win the Constructors' Championship, no matter if I win the race or not. So But we're going to try to win a race, because that's what we do here on this channel. We will try to win the race. I really do like this track too. It's going to stay on the calendar next year for sure. Unlike Vegas, that one, safe to say. If you were unfortunate enough to watch that race in Vegas, I'm sorry. Like, if you did miss it, good. Thank you for missing that one, because trust me, you did not want to see that one at all. It was terrible. So we'll not be racing there again, that's for sure. Great scenery though, just terrible track. Terrible track. They haven't raced there yet in real life, but when they do, I mean, it's going to be pretty cool, like, you know, racing down the strip, but as far as the actual racing goes, it's going to flat out suck gigantic ball sack. So I guarantee the drivers will probably hate the layout, hate the racing there, but I'm sure they'll enjoy the festivities and, you know, the atmosphere for sure. I feel like I did a shit job at warming my tires up too. I was talking the entire warm-up lap or formation lap, so whoops. We're gonna have cool tires against soft tires for Lewis, and I'm guessing Checo has soft tires too. I don't know. Max does. Decent start. Should get P2 here. Yep. We got Lewis down my outside there, but we'll leave him some room. We're going to suffer a bit in straight line speed, but we're going to more than make up for that in Sector 3, of course. Ooh. Max had a moment there. That was close. Gotta burn my battery down the straight though. So pass for the lead up there. Uh-oh. Charles.
is in for his stop now.
Uh-oh. He's already pitting. That's not good. Thankfully we got DRS, otherwise we would have been swarmed by Max.
Okay, some information on Norris. They've got some kind of mechanical problem.
Bit of a DRS train right now, but their tires are going to wear off before mine. So actually, well, looks like Checo's on mediums too, but everyone else is on softs. Ooh, had a moment there. Oh, there goes Checo on Lewis again. They might have touched. I heard something. Oh, Lewis, look at that. He's getting feisty. They're side by side. That's what he needed to do on Max for the championship 2 years ago. He needed to force that issue down the inside, but he didn't have grip though. He was on harder tires. He's going for it again. Side by side. This opens the door for me, maybe? It does. Just don't have the straight line speed though, as the Red Bull. Oh, there he goes again. Going around the outside, Hamilton. Uh-oh, 3 wide. We're going 3 wide. We got the lead, let's go! What a move that was. Oh my god. And through goes Rossi. Let's go! All right, we're gonna pit this lap. We're gonna burn the battery all the way down the straight. So I think they might have pitted, so we don't want to get undercut, which we probably will get undercut, but whoops. I don't like this pit exit either. Oh god. Alright, came out ahead of Max. Perfect. But he's gonna have DRS right here though. We'll burn the battery, hopefully keep him behind. It's gonna be tight. All right, we're back in P1. And it's going to be tough to hold Max off, though, that's for sure. He's going to have DRS down the straight. Now it's our turn to get DRS. Got him. Maybe not. Oh my god. I guess we'll have DRS to hold off George. He's flying too. Uh-oh. I don't have DRS this time. So Max is going to have tire advantage for now, but we'll see if that changes toward the end of the race. See if his tires fall off while mine stay fresher. I don't think I'm within a second though, so I'm not going to have DRS to defend against George. Still didn't get DRS. Must be just outside a second behind Max. Uh-oh. George is going to put a move on Max right here. See if we can take advantage of that. Thought about it. That would have been dangerous. Two laps to go. Ooh, big lunge. Love that. That was for you, Danny Rick. Last lap. Can we get last lap heroics? We did it. We did it! Did the same thing to George. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's coming back, though. Just gotta hold on. A few more corners. We did it! Let's go! Come on! What a race, man! Let's go! Oh, that'll get the adrenaline going. Let's go, man!
Roller coaster season then, but they can go into the winter with their heads high after an emphatic
Hell yeah!
today.
Let's go, man! Now that's a season finale.
A resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Here come our winners now. A thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again.
Shoeies for everyone. Let's go, man. What a race. Wow. That was incredible.
Max Verstappen should be pleased with his performance, making gains at the top of the table. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
I have to give it to Alexander.
Let's move on to the constructors. It's another title in the bag for Red Bull after a long and hard-fought season. They've built an astonishing car this year, and the glory they'll be taking back to Milton Keynes is fully deserved. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who's joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Well, that's going to wrap up the season. Here are the final standings. Red Bull takes the sweep of the drivers and the constructors, but we'll be back next year. We're going to challenge them, and a full season in Ferrari, we'll see if we can take that title from Max next year in Red Bull. That is for sure. Especially winning like that in the last race of the season, that's going to give you some momentum going into the next season. So let's go. I'm pumped. I'm ready for this. Let's go. I'm excited for next season. All right. The good news is I did pretty much convert everything but the tire blankets. So that's pretty good. Adapted all the parts. So we're not going to lose any of our upgrades for the chassis department. So we should be ahead of the game. Right now we're like, what, the 6th fastest team on the grid right now. So I feel like that should change for next season. Let's see. Let's go ahead and advance and see what happens.
You're not currently in a rivalry. Sooner or later.
Finish season. Big acclaim. Look at that. Up to 15. Nice. Season complete. We got 3 wins. One of which was in the Alfa Romeo and 2 with Ferrari. Charles had a pretty good year. He had 5. 4 poles for Charles. So not too bad. But we'll come for that title next year, or this season. All right. Here we go. Track selection. So the cool thing about season 2 is it should let me pick, the 3 extra tracks that we couldn't pick at the start of the season, or season 1, which is Portugal and France and China. So let's go ahead and reset the track list. Well, let's see, hold on. Remove. We're going to stick with the 16 race calendar, of course. That's the best happy medium right there. All right, so we're going to start with the obvious choices, which are Imola, Canada, Austria, Silverstone, Hungary, Spa, Monza, Qatar, Texas, Brazil, and Abu Dhabi. All right, so that means we have 5 tracks to add. Let's see. You know what? I like Miami. We'll add Miami. All right, so that's 4 left. What else do we want on here? Definitely not Vegas. You know what? Let's do Australia. Let's do China. Bahrain. Oh yeah, I forgot Suzuka. There we go. I was like, hold on. All right, so that looks good. I think that's our calendar. So start the season in Bahrain this year, or next season 2, and we got China. So that'll be fun on the calendar, a new addition to the calendar. So yeah, I think that's pretty solid track selection for season 2. Looks good to me. So, yeah, advance.
Great, that's everything we need. You can go back and edit anything we've done so far, and we'll come back here at the start of each season. But if you're ready to go, hit advance to head to Team HQ, and we can start our push to the top of Formula One.
All right, let's take a look at our R&D. Oh man, we are still, well, I don't know how, let's see.
Our new parts have completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready for
Oh my gosh, yeah, we're not, look at that mix up there. I mean, everyone's pretty even for the most part, kinda. So you got Aston Martin, number 1, Williams with a big jump, second fastest team, McLaren 3, Mercedes 4, Haas 5, Red Bull 6, Ferrari 7th, Alpine, Alfa Romeo, and AlphaTauri. So, but I mean, it's pretty tight. It is pretty tight. How many points do we got right now? Not too many points, so we really can't upgrade too many things right now anyway. It's like we're lacking in the aero department, so we're going to look to upgrade that this year. Chassis, looking good in chassis. I kind of thought we would because we adapted our parts better than I would. You know, we invested a lot into adapting our parts for the change this season. So I kind of figured we'd be on top. So, and we are. Power department. Let's see where we are in the power department. Ooh, yeah, we're falling behind. No wonder why Mercedes is like a rocket on the straights. Wow. Yeah, so I guess Mercedes, they did something right with their engine this season. Last year, Ferrari Power was the best engine supplier last year. But yeah, looks like Mercedes is on top this year for sure. So we may need to upgrade our engine for sure. Durability, I think we're, toward the bottom there too. It's not that great. So definitely things to work on this season. Chassis in a good spot, but everything else, yeah, we need some upgrades there for sure. So time for the car reveal. The new Ferrari. Let's go. Nice. Good to be back in red. Car has decent pace, but expect us to be somewhere around the middle of the field. Okay. Yeah, hopefully we can... we are getting some upgrades, looks like. And we do have enough points to invest. Let's... I think we need to invest in... Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Maybe the aero department? Oh, we can't do that anyway. I guess we'll do power, huh? Some more upgrades there. That's good. Facility upgrades. We got fabrication. Everything's spec level 3. That's good. All right. Well, we got some catching up to do. So the first few races might be somewhat of a challenge. I mean, we're not that far off Aston Martin, really. I mean, it's pretty even. I would say all the way down from Aston Martin all the way down to Alpine. Like we're all pretty tight as far as performance comparison goes. So you'll definitely see Alfa Romeo and AlphaTauri toward the back, but other than that, I think it's pretty much fair game. Everyone has their own strengths, looks like. Obviously, you got Mercedes-powered cars with insane amount of power down the straight, but I think we're going to have the edge in cornering with our chassis, and then, hopefully we'll bring our aero department up a little bit too, so cool. All right, so next stream will be the start of Season 2. But until then, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Peace.